What, are you feeling sore?
A little bit, but like good sore, not like
Good.
hurt or anything.
It's a good program. I'm glad that you like it. We got your conditioning in because the first cycle that you did was mainly a lot of conditioning and to get you cardiovascularly back in shape. So then now there's going to be conditioning, of course, still, but now we're going to start building some good muscle and strength.
Awesome.
You?
Yeah, yeah. Ready for 3 months of transformation, you know?
Yes, that's right. All right. We also have Chris here, you guys. I don't know if you can see him in the back. Chris, he's Rob's cousin. He's visiting us and staying here from Houston. Midland. Is Midland close to Houston?
No, Houston would be a lot farther away.
So he's gonna chill with us in the corner over there. We have Jessica. She's in
West Virginia now, but I'm from
West
Jersey.
Virginia. I thought you were at Chuck E. Cheese.
No, she wants to go tomorrow instead.
Oh, okay, change your mind. Awesome. We have Joe. Joe, is Autumn with you?
No.
Not today. Okay. Then we have Shannon just joined us. We have Mickey. Mickey, what's up? Are you fixing on your cars? Most likely you are, huh? At the shop?
Yeah, I can't stay too long. I got a deadline I got to have this car done before Friday, and I'm stuck here all weekend working. So I might get
that. Is that Jeep? I saw Diana put up a picture of a Jeep.
He offered me a boatload of money to have it done by Friday. So I'm going to be his bitch until Friday.
Oh my gosh. Well, is it worth it?
I mean, if I can make 20,000 in 1 week, then I'm good for it.
Okay, sounds worth it to me then. If you guys don't know, Mickey owns a exotic car shop. He works on some really nice vehicles. So it's in Oklahoma City if you guys ever want to check it out. He's a pro when it comes to vehicles, especially high quality ones. Awesome. What's up, Shannon? What's up, Cheryl? All right, let's go around. Let's go around.
A lot. Driving to work.
Yes, I'm so happy that you're able to join us, Shannon. All right, so let's start off with some wins. Let's have a few volunteers to go around and share some of our wins. Anybody want to volunteer? Or I'm going to start calling you out.
I will.
All right, Mickey, what's up?
It's been real easy for me to meet my calorie goal and stay full. You know, I haven't been going over my calories. To be honest with you, I've been trying to, I know I'm not meeting my 1900. Honestly, I've been trying to really cut it down hard because, you know, Vegas coming up in a couple weeks and I'm trying to get a head start on it. So I've been real proud of myself by eating these calories, you know, not going over 1900 every day and I've been meeting my protein goal pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. Good job. You were struggling a lot with not hitting your calorie goal this last week. Were you able to find some ways to?
I'm just going to dip into the peanut butter jar at the end of the night if I can't get there, I guess.
Yes, peanut butter jar is a really, really good way to do it. Jamie was struggling with this also. You guys may want to make sure that whenever you're doing your calories, a lot of you are doing a lot of fat loss. So it's okay to be a little bit under, but if you're under way too much, it's not good for your body either, especially if you guys are starting to get really into your workouts or wanting to get strong and push yourself. And then sometimes if your body gets regular amount of fuel, it will feel better. It'll take care of itself. And then if you go under on your calories, you could also set yourself up for a binge, meaning you're going to get so hungry and then you're going to start devouring whatever. But also it can reduce the amount of muscle mass that you have. And it can affect a lot of other hormones and stuff like that in your body as well. So in order to get really good results, you want to you don't want to go under so much. So honestly, I've been under a lot. Huh?
I've been feeling real good. This past week, I've done over 20,000 steps every single day this week. And honestly, I'm bigger. My arms, everything is like progressively getting bigger.
Question, I put two back there while you were.
That is awesome.
So it's just weird. And I haven't, and I'm pretty good. Like I don't have to binge. Like even though like sometimes I do, but like it's weird being 1900 calories or less. And I'm like getting bigger, and at the gym, I'm dominating at the gym. So
That's good. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. So basically for you, we're going to make sure you do your weekly check-ins with your pictures, because as you progress, basically what's going to happen is we're going to shred you to the bone, because that's really what you want. And then while still building that muscle, and then we'll slowly feed you up to maximize the amount of calories you can eat
okay.
while still being really lean.
I've been gaining weight, to be honest with you.
Cool. So that must be muscle mass.
Yeah, it must be, because there's no way I'm gaining weight on the food intake that I'm putting in.
Yeah.
It's not fat. It's definitely muscle for sure.
Awesome. Awesome. Anybody else want to share a win? Mickey's getting shredded. He's super full, actually has trouble getting in his calories, and he's building massive muscle, and he's dominating at a CrossFit gym, at CrossFit Fiends. Anybody else? Shannon, do you have any wins? Jessica, Cheryl?
Yeah, I have a win.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, I think it's just like so my friend Tracy joined,
Yes.
and just seeing like her excitement, and like we did it like a workout the other day, and we both like are just feeling so good, and it's just nice like bringing a friend along, you know.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for bringing your friend. We love growing through referrals, because we love all of you guys and we want more of you. So share the gift of health and fitness to your friends. Live a life on fire as a legend.
Yeah, love it.
Awesome. And we also have somebody new joining us. Her name is Christina. Everybody give Christina a fist bump. She did our onboarding today. She's it. Awesome. Anybody else want to share a win? Or Joe, any wins?
I think I actually worked out all 4 times this week. I
Awesome.
guess.
So what was it? I know that you weren't consistent last week, but you were this week, and you hit all 4 days this week. What was your plan? How did you realize that the shortcoming was not getting consistent workouts because you're so busy? You're a dad, and you have your own business, things like that. How are you able to?
I think I just like kind of like in that Atomic Habits book, you know, he talks about the Diderot effect and habit stacking. And so I just found times in the day where I could just seamlessly work that into my routine, to where I could go from one thing to a workout to something else without it being like a major either location shift or momentum shift or mindset shift or whatever. And that made it a lot easier, I think.
That's awesome. So I want to really point out that you guys can all do the same. Like if you have trouble, for example, let's say logging your food, you could always pair it with another habit that you constantly do. What Joe did was he paired it with something he was already doing. So it was, I believe, going to work. So immediately before he left work, he would work out. So that way, when he's in dad mode, he can focus on his family 100% and not himself. All right, guys. So that's the tip that Joe taught us. So awesome. All right, we're going to go straight into the presentation now. So go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you guys can see my screen, and Rob's going to kick it off. Awesome. I see thumbs up. Cool. Let's do it. It's going to be a really good one today. Let's go.
All right, awesome. We're going to start it off. Got something really cool to share with you guys. Our manifesto. So we've been working on this for a while, and you guys are freaking legends. You joined the Precision Lifestyle Academy to become freaking legends. So a legend accepts complete responsibility for where they are in their life because they decided to be there. A legend knows their future is entirely up to them. If there's something they're not happy with, they change it. A legend thrives on adversity and realizes obstacles are put in their path to make them stronger, They'll be mentally tougher than their challenges. A legend realizes the power of vulnerability and authenticity and being true to themselves. A legend sets personal excellence as their minimum standard. A legend is in control of their destiny, their situation, their health, their body, and in turn, their life. Becoming a legend facilitates an identity shift that, once embraced, will transform your life, destiny, and family tree forever. Becoming a legend means you choose to put aside your doubts, fears, excuses, and all the reasons you think you can't do something, and you do it anyways. Why? Because you can. Repeat after me. I am a legend.
I'm a legend.
I'm a legend.
Awesome.
I am a legend.
Awesome. So today we're going to cover 7 secrets of success. Why are some people more successful than others? So it's a really cool training I have for you guys today. So as always, this is interactive. Play full out. If you have a question, feel free to ask it. So why are some people more successful than others? Millions of dollars and thousands of hours have been invested in the last 100 years seeking the answer to this question. So the Aristotelian principle of causality, or what we call the law of cause and effect, has been a big contributor to the answer. So nothing happens by accident. There's a cause and effect relationship for everything. So the key to success is to learn and do. You become what you do, and you learn by doing. So what do other fit, healthy, and successful people do? Do what they do, and you will get the results that they get. So is there someone who has the success that you seek? What are the habits, systems, behaviors, and daily routines that they use to get there? So what do they do? You learn from them. Examples, your coaches, your peers in Precision Group, or other people that you look up and aspire to be like in your life. You know, what are their habits? What are their systems? What are their daily routines they use to get where they're at? When you model that success, that can put you on the track to achieve those same results, and can fast track you as well. So 7 key behaviors of fit, healthy, and successful people. That's what we're going to go through today. The first one is to achieve greatly, you must have clear written goals. The second one is making detailed plans of action. The third is intense result orientation is the key to success. Fourth, using creativity and imagination. Fifth, dedicate yourself to continuous learning, as this is the key to your future. Sixth, develop and maintain a positive mental attitude. And then 7th, develop the essential quality of persistence, because this is the key requirement for any success, persistence. So behaviors of successful people: act your way into feeling like a successful person. I don't know if you've ever heard that. Think your way into acting, act your way into feeling, thinking. Sometimes, like if you're a professional in your work, sometimes you might not feel like it, but guess what? You got to step up and you got to perform, especially if you're someone that's in the medical field or something like that. Your feelings and those things don't matter. It's about the other person that you're there to help and serve. And so sometimes we need to just do the thing. We need to take on the persona and actions of the person that is successful in doing the thing that needs to be done, because we shape our character by the way that we think and the way that we behave. So what do fit, healthy, and successful people do? What does their calendar look like? How do they speak to themselves? How do they speak to other people? What are they thinking about? All questions to have in your mind there. So covering the first one, to achieve greatly, you must have clear written goals. Decide exactly what it is that you want. Write it down. Set a deadline. And does everyone here have a journal? If you don't, you need to have one. You need to start it. Just the act of writing something down, writing your goals down on paper, is very powerful. It's extremely powerful exercise. One thing I can promise you, if you take the time, a fresh mental space, to write out 10 goals you want to accomplish for yourself, and you actually write them down, the chances of them happening within the next year go up by like 93% just by doing that. So very powerful. Write your stuff down. Second is make a detailed plan of action. So make a list of everything you can think of to achieve the goal that you want to achieve. What are the obstacles that you will potentially have to overcome? Very important you think about what obstacles are going to potentially come up in your way, because guess what? You know, life is a series of challenges and obstacles interrupted occasionally with crisis. So along the path of any goal achieved, expect there are going to be some challenges to overcome along the way. And the more that you're just prepared for that it's going to happen, the less likely it is to shake you off course. So what is the additional knowledge and skills that you're going to need to accomplish this goal, to achieve this action? And identify the people whose help and cooperation you may need along the way. So organize your list by sequence and priority. So sequence, what you have to do before you do something else. And then priority, what's more important, what's less, and then start taking action on your list immediately. So a sequence example would be like going to the grocery store. You make your list first, then you go to the grocery store, then you meal prep, then you eat, and then you clean. So that would be a sequence example. So in Precision Lifestyle Academy, we prioritize the following to get you the best results. First, we plan, prioritize, and prepare. Then we regulate eating behaviors. Then we match energy intake to needs and goals. We choose higher quality foods more often. We provide adequate nutrients, exercise, move often and well, rest and recover, create a supportive environment, and then regulate emotions without food and eating. The third is intense result orientation being the key to success. So make a list of activities and then set priorities before you begin, and focus single-mindedly on one thing at a time. And always concentrate on the most valuable use of your time. That goes back to the 80-20 rule we've talked about before. 20% of your efforts account for 80% of your results. And then saying no to the things that are not your priority. So the fourth is using creativity and imagination. So be open, flexible, and responsive to new information. We always want to be flexible in our learning. So look for new, better, faster, and more efficient ways to do things. We always want to be optimizing, and begin asking, what am I trying to do? How am I trying to do it? Could there be a better way? All questions to improve your creativity and imagination and efficiency and effectiveness. So fifth, dedicate yourself to continuous learning. This is the key to your future. Like a great analogy I heard before is like your knowledge is like a bucket, and you have to be constantly filling your bucket, because guess what? There's a hole in the bottom and it's leaking out. So for you to just stay the same with your current knowledge base means that you are beginning to fall behind. So you have to always be filling up your bucket. Read an hour in your field daily. Listen to audio programs in your car. That's net time. Your vehicle can be like your university on wheels, where you can be plugging in positive, powerful, strategic information into your brain without taking any extra time. You could do this while you're driving. You could do this while you're preparing food, having headphones on, a lot of different ways that you can do this. And then reading 1 hour in your field every day. If you're not already doing this, instead of when you go to the bathroom scrolling on your phone, don't take your phone in there. Instead, have a book in there. So that way you can knock out 5 to 10 minutes of reading throughout the day, and you're getting through good content that way. So just some little tips on that. And then if you have the availability to do so, attend seminars and courses in your field, watch educational videos and DVDs. These are all things you can do to work on continuous learning. So as the future to your success. So sixth thing is develop and maintain a positive mental attitude. Look for the good in every situation. It's not always easy to do. Look at every obstacle for an equal benefit. If you look hard enough, you'll find it. Look for the valuable lessons in every situation. So I believe that in every obstacle and every adversity, it is a gift wrapped up as a problem. Gift wrapped up as a problem. So just know on the other side of your challenges and obstacles are breakthroughs. So anything that you're going through right now, on the other side of it's going to be a breakthrough for you. And talk to yourself in positive terms all the time. How? Think about the solution to every situation and resolve to respond positively to every adversity. Because whenever we just think about the problem and focus on what's wrong, guess what? That's a very disempowering thing to do. It puts us into a victim mentality mindset, and we can't do anything about it. When we instead start focusing on, okay, what are solutions? What can I do? What do I have control of here? You have control of the way you perceive things and the meaning that you give them for yourself. So maintain a positive mental attitude. It's important that you do it. It's important that if we're not in that space, we reevaluate, recognize when we're not there, and do what we need to do to shift it. So that's where those affirmations can come in. When you're in a dark place, by shifting your focus from the negative thing you were just focusing on to something positive, then you can take yourself out of that state. So the seventh key to develop is essential quality of persistence. So decide exactly what you want and then launch toward your goal. Take the first step. And then once you begin, resolve to persist until you succeed. Your persistence is your measure of your belief in yourself. So persistence is key. So an example of this is when I do breakthrough calls. So pretty much every single one of you that's here, I had a breakthrough call with. And in this time is me working with somebody to get them to take action on their health, and best believe, like, I will fight for somebody. To me, this is a life and death situation. I've had people through being in the fitness industry, working with people. I've had a few different clients that died. I had one client in particular that we had a conversation. They ended up quitting the program. 6 months later, they had a heart attack and died. And so it really caused me to think, was there something else that I could have said? Could I have kept that person, in the program? Would they still be alive today? So because of that, when I'm in a situation and I'm talking to somebody that's 300 pounds who spends $150 a week on fast food and alcohol and tells me they can't afford the program, best believe I'm going to fight for them. All right. I believe I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't. And so an example of that would be Joe James. Joe told me no 25 times.
You counted.
Before he signed up for the program. 25 times. I don't know if Joe knows that. But I kept at it, and now Joe is down over 50 pounds.
Sounds about right.
So it's pretty freaking cool. Imagine if I gave up after the first no.
Ask him where we would be.
Where would you be, Joe?
Probably miserable.
Right. So guys, whatever your breakthrough call is for you, whatever it is in your life that you need to fight for, you don't stop at the first no. You got to keep going. If it's something you believe in, it's something that's important to you. If it's something that you know is the right thing in your heart to do, you got to keep the persistence going. You got to fight for it. So an example of persistence, the scale's not moving fast enough. You got to keep going. You got to stay on track. You have to be patient with your bodies. As long as you're making progress, that's amazing. I want you to think about the habits that you're putting in place for yourself. The things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis are what's going to get you continued success and results long-term, not a quick fix. We're putting the habits in our life by setting up your calendar, by structuring your day, by becoming aware of what you're putting in your body, by logging and tracking it, by focusing on the thoughts that you're allowing into your mind, by being aware of who you're surrounding yourself with. Are they people that are moving you in the direction of your goals or way? Like, those are all habits that you can have for forever. So commit to succeeding. You already know what quitting feels like. Don't do it. All right. So key quality of success, self-discipline. Self-discipline means having the ability to make yourself do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. So what will you do when you don't feel like meal prepping, when you don't feel like logging your food, when you don't feel like exercising? show up, do it anyway. Get it done. Any of you that are professionals, you know, like when you go into work and somebody else's life is on the line, then you perform, you show up and you make it happen. You got to do the same thing for yourself. So there are no limits on what you can accomplish except the limits you set by your own thinking. So you can achieve the goals you want to achieve and be the person you want to be by disciplining yourself to do the things and practice the behaviors of all high achieving men and women. There are virtually no limits on what you can accomplish with these 7 secrets of success that I just covered. So just a quick review, the words that we use affect our thoughts and emotions. In turn, our thoughts and emotions affect our actions. Change the words you use and you'll change the outcomes and success that you experience. So just to recap on the 7 secrets and interaction that we're going to do today, out of these, which one speaks to you? Out of all the ones that I covered. So first, we've got to achieve greatly. You must have clear written goals. Second, make detailed plans of action. Third, intense result orientation is the key to success. Fourth, use creativity and imagination. Fifth, dedicate yourself to continuous learning as the key to your future. Sixth, develop and maintain a positive mental attitude. Seventh, develop the essential quality of persistence. It's the key requirement for any success. So let's go ahead and open it up to some discussion. Which of the 7 of these secrets speaks to you? So let me start with Cheryl.
Let's see. I would have to say develop the essential quality of persistence, because I feel like with most of us, that's what goes wrong, is that we start off strong and then life happens and then we're just not persistent in our healthy habits.
So what method and system are you putting in place to bulletproof yourself to keep that from being a challenge again?
Planning and developing these habits, making them habits. So knowing I'm going to do something at a certain time every day and just keep going with it.
And not letting things interrupt your you time, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Just like your dog couldn't interrupt your time at work, right?
No.
All right. So whenever
Yeah.
you're working out, dog can't interrupt that either. Cool.
Yeah. Yes.
Awesome. All right, Joe,
Make sure you call
which
him.
one speaks to you?
Oh man, probably the quality of persistence, because I see how important that is. You know, kind of embarrassed that I said no 25 times. Not everybody knows that.
They do now.
Do what?
I said they do now.
Well, you know, I think the persistence is the key, because I've stopped and started trying to be healthier for, you know, many times in the last, you know, 10, 15 years. And the thing, I think one of the things that somebody told me recently was, you know, whenever you got to know your why. Why do you start something anyway? Like, why do you start? Why do you want to do this? Why, you know? And he said, whenever you feel like quitting, whenever you feel like it's not worth it. And my why was my kids, for example, the ones that are screaming in the background right now. He said, whenever you feel like quitting, then sit them down and look them in the eye and just tell them, I'm sorry, but you're not worth it. And when he said that, like, I kind of broke down into tears. You know, to think that I would actually look at my kid and say that was just unbearable. And
Wow.
the thought that I would even feel that way. But when I think to myself, if I'm going to be healthy for my kids, but then I decide, well, this ain't worth it, then that's really what I'm saying. And because I would never look at my kid and say, you're not worth any, you know, whatever it was, you know, so that if it comes to that, that's like almost like the fail safe. That's the thing that's going to keep me going, is remembering why. So I think that's the one that sticks out to me the most.
Powerful. Love it, Joe. That's great. All right, Dusty, I know you got services coming up.
Several of these speak to me, but I would say probably the biggest one is the quality of persistence. And I can remember when I went back to school, which was I didn't realize how intense that was going to be, and was working full time and had 4 children at home, and would sit at the computer with a box of Kleenex and a box of malt balls and just cry my way through studying, and just said I wanted to quit. And I remember when asked why you don't quit, you don't have to do this, was I can't let my children see that you don't follow through. And so that's the biggest one that I think propels me. And the other, I think another one is to use creativity and imagination, that if you have a closed door, look for another door. That there's more than one way to get someplace. And if one door closes, that there still can be a way to get there. It just may not be the way that you originally envisioned.
Love it. Very powerful. Obviously impacted my life a bit as well. Wouldn't be here without Dusty. Chris Kane.
I know there's some hard ones to follow, but I want you guys to know that I appreciate you sharing, because it definitely makes an impact on me. Inspires me to be more consistent. But for me, 6 is really speaking to me. It's kind of like we were talking about a few weeks ago. Thoughts become your actions, become your habits. And that's how I got where I'm at. Just negative thinking, led to apathy, led to the snowballing and of eating unhealthy and not working out. So I got to fix what's up here. And I know that, talking to you guys twice a week would definitely help with that.
Awesome. Appreciate you sharing that, Chris. Susan.
Yep. Probably making detailed plan of action. I'm very much a planner. I plan things into the future. Tomorrow, I already have a plan for what I'm going to eat, and then being persistent.
Love it.
How is she going to be persistent?
How are you going to be persistent?
Well, I think I've been in this program now for 15 months. I think that shows persistence. You just have to keep on.
There's always another level, Susan. You're doing awesome. All right. Let me ask Chris Groupie.
Come over here.
It'd probably be number one.
Come over here so they can hear you.
Okay. It's going to be number one for me, the clear written goals. I really don't do it. I have goals in my mind, but it's easier to see them on paper because sometimes you forget, but I know I could achieve a lot more if I had clear written goals.
Why do you think that you could achieve more if you write out your goals? Why?
That way I could, because if I just think about it and the goals in my mind, then it'll go away or change or disappear. And if I write it out, then I can go on to step 2.
Nice. It makes it more real, right?
Right.
Awesome. Appreciate you sharing. All right. Let's go with Christina. This is her first mindset mastery. So
be gentle. So the one that speaks to me is number 6, to develop and maintain a positive mental attitude. Developing it usually is pretty easy for me, but the maintaining is the tough part. So for me, everything starts in the mind. And I forget who it was that mentioned it, but our thoughts become our emotions, become our actions, and influence our life greatly. So keeping that positive mental attitude for me is going to be key to my success. Not letting life and those obstacles change that or pull that down.
Love it. You're going to do awesome. Really excited to have you in the program here. Jessica. Jessica, go ahead and unmute yourself. All right, and we go back to Jessica. Jamie.
Sixth is actually the big one for me as well, because I tend to get discouraged. And if I make bad choices, they snowball in my brain like, well, there, I've just blown it. What does it matter if I do one more bad thing and then another bad thing? So I am my own worst enemy when it comes to my health and fitness.
So what are we doing to combat that?
Well, you guys have talked a lot about, you can whenever, if you mess up, start over and then start over again if you have to and start over again. Sorry, my kiddo decided to come up right at my time to talk. So, start over as many times as you have to. So I don't anticipate having to do it every day, but it's nice to know that, just a few bad decisions doesn't trump everything that I've been working towards. Because in my brain, that tends to be where I take it.
Gotcha. Well, you're making awesome progress. You've had a lot of breakthroughs and you're at some of your lightest weigh-ins now, yeah?
Yes. Thank you.
Very cool. Super freaking proud of you. Awesome. Let's see. Luis, which one of these speaks to you?
What's going on, bud?
Which?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So right now, the big ones are number 6 and 7. Those ones are the big ones. Is normally right now just kind of going through some stuff at work. You guys know what I'm like struggling with right now, and more from a finished professional side of just fighting more for people. So this one was a really great, Zoom meeting. I'm glad I really made it. But right now, just maintaining a positive attitude. When you get a lot of no's and you get knocked down a bunch of times, it's like, oh man, it's like, do I really have it? You start doubting yourself, but at the same time, when you start, surrounding yourself with other like positive things, positive people, hearing good success stories, it helps out. It helps you look like there is some light at the end of the tunnel. So definitely number 6. And I feel like number 6 and 7 go really hand in hand because, negativity will definitely drag you down like an anchor. So, making sure that you have that positive attitude at the same time that fuels your persistence. So I feel like just having both of those two right now is really key. So I think those are the two that kind of speak to me the most.
Awesome. Luis, can you tell me about just like one client you can think of that you saved their life?
One client that I can think of, actually, a buddy of mine, Adam, he was having a kidney surgery, and then we got him set up with training, working out, best shape of his life, went into kidney surgery, and then they had some complications, and he lost so much weight, almost lost his life. But if he wasn't in the shape that he was in when he went in for his surgery, he would have passed away. So that's a big one. That's the first one that I can think of right off the top of my head.
So I want you to make sure, like, anytime that you're hopping on a call or anything like that, or you get told no, that you bring that back to your mind, man. That you're saving people's lives, dude.
Sounds good, man. No, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for the support. Appreciate it.
You bet. All right. Let's see. Did I hit everybody? I think so. All right. So we are going to go over. We're going to freaking crank it up for a second, bring the energy up. We're going to end it with our affirmations, and then we're going to crush our weekend. Cool. You guys ready? Go ahead and unmute. Everybody unmute. We're going to freaking bring it right now. I'm gonna end this session off powerfully. Then I'm gonna open it up some Q&A. You guys ready?
Ready.
All right.
Hey,
I'm lovable. I'm valuable. I'm enough.
Lovable, I'm valuable, I'm enough.
I have all the tools and drive needed to achieve my goals.
I have
I have all the tools and drive needed to achieve my goals.
Winner. I look like a winner. I succeed like a winner.
I'm a
I'm
winner.
a winner.
I look like a winner. I
I succeed like a winner.
I'm sharp. I'm enthusiastic. I'm an expert.
I'm sharp.
I'm sharp,
I'm
I'm enthusiastic, I'm an
enthusiastic, I'm an
expert.
expert.
I'm the best in my country. I'm the best in my industry. I'm the best in the world.
I'm the
I'm
best.
the best in my country. I'm the best in my industry.
best in the
I'm the
world.
best in the world.
I'm the best.
I'm the best.
I'm the best.
Best.
I'm the best.
I'm
The
the
best.
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 I'm the best.
I'm the best.
All right. I'm going to open it up for Q&A. Otherwise, you guys freaking crush your weekend. All right. Anyone have any questions about anything? Nope. All right, guys, have an amazing weekend. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Let us know if there's anything that you need. We're here to pour into you guys, to serve you on the highest level and continue to make the program better. You guys are all legends. Just know that you're freaking legend. So have an amazing weekend, and I will talk to you guys later.
Later, Rob.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.